Alright guys, it is Thursday morning. We're sitting here underneath this canopy because obviously we did not make it to our destination before it started pouring rain. It's very wet out there. Very, very wet. We almost made it. We only have a couple blocks to go and we could have made it home, but we were this close. Don't know how long it's going to last, but eventually you're going to just have to make a run for it, I guess. Can't sit here all day. And it is way too close to where we live to take a tuk-tuk. I'm not paying $1 for that. That's ridiculous. Well, yeah, just your typical rainy season day here in Siem Reap. We do have also a lightning warning according to my weather app. And to be honest, that's more worrying than the actual rain. People get killed by lightning here all the time in this part of the world. Certainly don't want to be walking around when that starts. So I'd rather get wet than risk getting electrocuted. So I'll let you guys know how this goes. Of course, I'll be out again later. Maybe, hopefully, it'll be dry by then. Talk to you then. All right, it is just a couple hours later from my last clip. As you can tell, the ground's a little muddy. Still a little wet in places, but for the most part, it dries up pretty quickly. That's the beauty of rainy season here. It rains hard, but it doesn't rain long. And then because of the heat, it dries up fairly quickly once the sun comes out. So good deals. It's not one of those where it starts raining and you think, well, my whole day is ruined, because generally it's going to rain like the whole day or the whole night. Nope, all you got to do is wait. The only way it would really ruin your day is if you had plans during the time and you had to be somewhere during the time that it was downpouring. Then it could ruin those plans, but other than that, it cleans up pretty nice. And we had just went around the corner, well, not right around the corner, but fairly close around the corner from our apartment when it started. We got as far as that market and decided to take shelter. We were planning on going to the old market. Of course, that didn't happen, but now that the sun is out, and as you can tell, yeah, it's a nice day. Now that that's happened, we can make our way downtown. It'll probably rain again later today. Didn't see any lightning like my weather app had promised. Not complaining though. That shit can be deadly. Ooh, that was a close call. Yep, just gonna go down to the market, pick up some more grub, see if there's anything exciting to do. I'm sure I'll find something to get up to. Talk to you guys then. Yeah, we made it to the market. I love this booth here. Look at that. All kinds of sauces, oils, condiments. You can buy scrubby brushes up there to wash your dishes. Pastes, seasonings. And these are homemade. They're basically just giant pork rinds. They are. They're really giant, big pork rinds. So if you like the pork rinds, this is the place to be. And if you happen to get tired of looking at all this amazing produce, which I never get tired of, just look at all that. Just look at all that good stuff that's really cheap. But you can go over here and look at some bling bling if you want to. It is right across all the sparklies, right across from where they're selling produce. And over there, don't know if you can tell, sausages and various parts of the pig all hanging up there. And I think they're waiting for me, but I can't be sure. Go ahead and let this thing do all the shopping. It did turn out to be a nice day, but it's really, really humid in here. No air conditioning. They do have fans, but that doesn't really do much for the humidity. Kind of blows the hot air around. You can see here all manner of dried fish. Yeah. And up here, of course, is where they hang them out to dry. And then when they get dry, they chop them into bite-sized bits. And they go in bags like that. For me to buy and enjoy in my soups or what have you. I'll talk to you guys after we get done. Gonna go out for a night walk. I don't know how far we're gonna get though. You can tell by that sky. Not good. Hello. Hello. We always seem to want to go out at the most inopportune moments. Oh. Yeah, that is not a good looking sky to be out in the walking in. But we are going to give it a go. One of my subscribers asked if the next time Seng went out shopping, if while she's out and about, we could find some bigger, larger American size clothes for the ladies. Check on availability and of course prices. And the answer is of course I will. Might even do that tomorrow or Saturday. Tomorrow being Friday. Because she was saying she wanted another shirt of some sort. So yeah, we'll check into the more American sizes. And like I said, I will check on price, availability. And these will be at the places, the local places where she would normally go. However, if I cannot find the things you are looking for. And we'll just go to some of the specialty stores around town. Like I said, the average sized American man or American woman really won't have an issue finding things to wear generally. But then again, some local stores deal mainly with Khmer people. So their bread and butter would be, of course, the smaller clothing to fit their clientele, and the bigger sizes may not be available. But I'll get on all that sometime before the weekend. I will make it happen just to let you know. Ooh, traffic. Well, we're gonna make a go for it, I think. Oh, made it. What's up, man? It's always exciting crossing the street. One good thing about the sky, though. Ooh. There you go. Yeah. Can't see it too good in the camera, but I think it makes all the flowers on the trees look a little prettier against that dark, harsh background. I like it anyway. I did find a teaching position online. Not teaching online. I found a job opening online. Hello. It would only be 1 day a week on Saturday for 2 hours. So it's not going to be any money. However, unlike the job in Phnom Penh, which was only 4 hours a week, and I would have to move to another city, this one's right here in Siem Reap. And if nothing else, it's on a Saturday, so it would give me experience, let me do some teaching, make a few bucks while I'm still looking for a full-time weekly job. Plus, when I do find a regular full-time job, I wouldn't have to give it up because it would be on my day off, which would be a Saturday. So I will be applying for that when I get home. I could not find my resume or my cover letter in my files on my phone, which is normally the way I email them to people who have job openings. I did some rearranging. I think I might have moved them to a different folder, and I didn't have time to look before I left because I wanted to get out and go for a little walk before the rain started. But I'll find them somewhere. If not, I have them on my Google Chromebook. I'll just send the email from there. But yeah, it would be all right for, you know. Of course, I can't live on 20 bucks a week, but it would give me experience, and I can always update my resume to include that, which would make it look better anyway. There's a nice lady that owns a shop down by us. Hello! She owns one of the little stores where we buy things, mainly where Sen gets her coconut water every day for 3,000 real, which is only 75 cents USD. And plus, I'm still looking for a place to that could hold about 20 people plus myself. I came up with a design, and I've already started on a curriculum for what I talked about in my other video, which would be like an English crash course, mainly for people who own or operate businesses They want to attract more English-speaking customers, tourists, and expats. And it would be basically teaching them the, I guess you could call it the business English, but it would be more conversational English, what they can expect to hear from people who speak English, what it would mean when they say certain things, how they should respond. Hello! All that good stuff. And at $3 an hour, I might even be the cheapest in town. And I figured I could have one class of 20, 1 hour a day in the morning, 5 days a week. Or if I can find a place that's a little smaller, I could just divide that up into 2 classes of 10 each, 10 people each. 1 hour in the morning, then the same lesson with the other 10, 1 hour in the evening. That would also give people signing up a choice on which one they prefer. And since I only want it to be a 6 or 8 week course, I'm not sure if I want 6 or 8 weeks. It depends when I finish the curriculum, how many hours are in there. But as soon as I start one, I can start taking pre-enrollment for what would be my next one, and then the one after that, etc., etc. So it's not really a long-term, sustainable type of thing. But it would be good for a few months. And if I find a job before then, of course, I will alter that to just 1 hour in the evening. But if I start it before I find a job, and then find a job, what I'll do is just to give somebody, another teacher who may be looking for work, half the money to come in there and teach it for me using my curriculum, maybe adding their own ideas if they want, giving them some experience. The reason I say it's not sustainable is because the only way it would be sustainable is after the first crash course, after the first 6 to 8 weeks, when their class is officially over, and they still want to take lessons, I would have to come up with more curriculums. I would have to do a couple more for an intermediate level and then an advanced level. And in those levels, you would be getting more into the rules of the English language, the grammar, and all the rules associated with it, all the exceptions to those rules associated with it. And those are very time consuming to teach. And at only $3 an hour per person, maybe I just charge more for the advanced course, or the intermediate and advanced course, I don't know. It's just that's not the type of money you should be making when you're teaching those finer technical points of English. At least I don't think so. Maybe you think it's fine. Let me know in the comments what you guys think. Like I said, I started on the curriculum. I've kind of got it designed down. I am not an artist. I drew it by hand. It looks like crap. There's no way I would put my name on that for a business or anything, but it's just crude right now, and I will get somebody to have it professionally done, both written in both English and of course Khmer. But we'll see how that goes. These are just my there's a saying that I read on Facebook, like if you had a speech bubble above your head that projected your thoughts, what would be in those speech bubbles? And most of the things I talk about on here are exactly what would be in those speech bubbles. I would be thinking about these things even if I wasn't talking out loud, while people stare at me oddly sometimes and filming it. Those are the things I would think about. That's why I like this channel, just to get those silly things off my chest. Not everybody's going to be interested, I understand, and that's cool. But it's always good to hear your ideas, your thoughts, your opinions. What's up? So, you know, let me know. Oh, this is going to be fun to get across. You can tell. You can tell. Yeah, traffic is... Well, we're going, I guess. So... Yay! Haha, take that, death. You didn't get me again. Dave 100, death 0, crossing the streets. I consider that a victory. Anyway, the further we head downtown here, the more I realize we may make it. But I believe it'll start raining before we can make it back. However, that breeze feels exceptionally nice. After it rained earlier, I believe I mentioned that in the clip when I was at the market. Inside of that market was really, really humid. Really humid. So if you're one of these people like myself who always try to see a silver lining in things, look at it this way. Yes, it's probably going to rain, and it's probably going to rain pretty hard in the next anywhere from 2 minutes to an hour. But on the other hand, right before it rains, you get this very, very awesome breeze that just makes you glad to be alive when you're out walking in it. Feels good. I do want to get me a banana smoothie though. That's really the main reason why I wanted to come down here. The lady we passed back there on the sidewalk, she owns that little shop I told you about. She does sell smoothies there for actually 25 cents less than you can get up here in the downtown area. However, her blender is on the fritz, not working. So she has to take the smoothies off of her list. As I said, this place I go to down here, though, is my favorite smoothie place. Both taste and consistency is exactly the way I like it. But normally on a night like tonight, if I thought I was going to get caught in a downpour, I would stop and take a bit lesser quality smoothie for 25 cents less. Just to have one. But then again, I'm kind of glad I didn't, because you can tell. Look at those trees. Look at them blow. That breeze is worth every footstep. Hopefully that will continue when we get home. Keep that door open. Windows open. It'd be great to sleep in. Alright, I'm going to end this one here. I think I purged myself of all my thinking for the day. And there's not really much else going on. But I do like to keep you updated on my daily. May not always be exciting, but it's the way I live. So I'll talk to you guys in the next one. Be safe.